Hey everybody, thanks for clicking here. To start off, we're going to mill our boards down to 3/4 of an inch. I'm using rough cut pine to do this, so I had to do some milling to get started. After we have our boards down to 3/4 of an inch, we will cut them down to 1 7/8 strips. You're also going to need some strips that are 3/4 of an inch as well. Now here we're going to take our 3/4 inch strips. We're going to cut 45-degree miters going in both directions on each end. Your tabletops supports are going to be 6 inches long to the long point, and your bench supports are going to be 9 inches long to the long point. Your legs you'll cut at a 22.5 degree or 30 degrees, whatever is your preference on this, and they'll be 4 inches long. And this is what you should have after you've done the mitering. Now here we are at the build phase. I use Titebond III for my glue up, and I also use 18 gauge brad nails to also help hold it in place. Now when putting these on, make sure that the top of the leg is flush with your tabletop. I use the bench support to sort of level everything off so you're not fighting gravity while you're trying to get these in place. Once they're in place, I take my brad nailer and put a couple of pins into it. I use the ruler, as you see, it's a 1-inch ruler for spacing in between the tabletop and the cross support for the bench. I found that this is aesthetically near correct and it looks pretty good. The trickiest part is trying to get the leg, or the support, excuse me, even with the tabletop as best as possible. Now your 1 7/8 strips are going to be cut into 12 inches, and you're going to take some sandpaper and round over your edges, making sure you do all 4 sides plus your end grains. You want to give it that picnic table look. Sharp edges don't really seem to fit with a picnic table, even though you can build them with sharp edges if you want, but I wanted to make it look as close to a picnic table as possible. I know that there's easier ways of building these, but I wanted to do it and make it look as close to a picnic table as possible. Now here we are for the feeder box. What I've done is I've gone in 3/4 of an inch, and I used my squirrel saw to cut the rectangle out of there. I did end up using a drill bit to cut myself an access point so I can cut lengthwise. Now the gap in the center should reach your outer points of your table support. Inside of the edge of the cutout should be flush with the table support top of its inside as well. Now these are the extra pieces that you're going to need. I made mine 2 inches. I came in with my supports 2 inches, so I know my shorter pieces for my tabletop are going to need to be 2 inches, and they're going to fill the gap, creating a box in the center for your feed tray. Now here we are with the feed tray build. You just gotta build a simple box, and it should fit right in the center hole that you've created. Sorry, my filming is not the greatest, but I think you guys get the idea. I glued these and also used brad nails to hold it in place. Everything I've done on this build has been brad nails and Titebond III glue. I use Titebond III because it's weatherproof and it has a really good hold. Now cut a piece of, I use nylon screen, and I just cut a piece out slightly larger than the actual box. I cut small strips to go across the bottom to hold it, to do a frame. And I just use brad nails to hold them in place here. And I like to cross my joints like you're doing cement work or brick work. This way it has a stronger hold. And now that we're done and we're all framed in, you're going to take your knife or whatever cutting utensil you have and cut off the excess screen. I like using nylon screen just in case somebody rubs their hand across where the screen is and they don't end up getting a metal splinter. I did build this with some copper screening, and I wasn't too impressed with trying to get it cut exactly flush with the wood. Plus, if you miss any pieces, if you run your finger across it, you're not going to end up with a metal splinter. And it's easier to work with than the metal screening. But you can use whatever screening that you choose. And there you have it. The box should fit nice and easy. It goes in nice and easy. It comes out nice and easy. And that's it. I did it for convenience of anybody who wanted one of these, to make it easier for feeding and cleaning the feed tray out instead of taking the whole thing down to take care of that stuff. You can finish this in a number of ways. You can use waterproofer on it. You can stain it and poly it. It's up to you. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and most of all, share with your friends. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.